March 3rd, 2024, the mission begins. So here's a snapshot of behind the scenes of creating with Steve, getting him to surprise everybody at the Ultimate Coach event in Birmingham. So Steve wants everything to be a secret, even to his beautiful wife, Amy. So we agree and create that I will book his flights, the hotel, and put them on my credit card so there's no evidence. And I start to book his flight and discover that his passport is expiring in 2 weeks. I create that I'm going to accelerate getting Steve's passport renewed, which involved, a lot of details and forms and FedExing back and forth, and we got it done. We created booking room 1111 and created booking room 509. By the end of March, Steve had decided that Melanie Waite was going to be the fourth member of our 4 Aces M16 secret mission. And he met her when she was just 8 years old. And I will let Melanie and Steve tell more about that beautiful creation. But it was really lovely to have Melanie and Henrietta to bond with and co-create with, and so kicked off many Zooms where we got to collaborate and commiserate and create together. So Steve wanted to use aliases, obviously. Big loving adversary in this creation was Matt Evans, who is like a bulldog and was very suspicious and vigilant and clear that Steve was going to pull something on him. So we had to be 6 steps ahead. And he was sniffing around the aliases, poking around. I experienced this as interrogation and learned that I am probably not built for spy work. So Steve would call me and try to bolster me in terms of my spy ability to be confident and clear in my communications, even when I was communicating with Matt. So often I created being stressed, which wasn't the most useful way of being. So I was stretched and did a lot of releasing judgments work and forgiving myself for creating stress in this creation, and really got to see that Steve was in pure delight, pure mischievousness, pure fun, pure play, pure creation throughout this entire 3-month journey. And I was often creating stress, and then created play and mischievousness, and created bolstering myself as a secret agent. And I will be honest, the last week, Matt was calling me consistently, and I just avoided his calls because I didn't want to crack under pressure. So close to the big reveal, which Matt later told me made him more suspicious. So I wouldn't recommend my approach. Steve usually would call me to discuss the mission, and Bailey is usually close by, so made for a lot of awkward moments, and proud that we still pulled it off. Once we arrived in England, it was Friday night, and the only thing I wanted was for Bailey to be made aware that Steve was there, because that was the biggest pressure on me, was always having him by my side and creating this with Steve. So we were totally jet lagged. We were in our room, about to fall asleep. I get a call at 10 p.m. and Steve gives me the green light and says, you can come to the room and I can meet Bailey. So I said, Bailey, get your clothes on. We need to give a book to one of Steve's guests. Bailey's now knowing Steve. He knows that this is just normal. So he doesn't really even question that we're leaping out of bed at 10 p.m. to go deliver something to a friend of Steve's. And we get to the room and we get to surprise Bailey, and we'll share a video clip, and all Bailey's saying is, I knew it. He didn't know it.
Oh my goodness! I knew it. I had a feeling. I knew it.
That was just an amazing creation, an amazing gift, and beautiful for those two to reunite, since Steve is Bailey's godfather. So the next day is Saturday the 25th, and we did it. We pulled it off. You know, Steve calls this a reverse surprise party because a surprise party is normally where the guests surprise the host. And in this, it was, you know, the host, Steve, surprising all the guests. And it was really just his biggest wish that, you know, everybody that comes to the Ultimate Coach event doesn't come for Steve. They come for themselves. He wanted to support Sanika. He wanted to support all the speakers who came to donate their time, their love, their energy and service. And really what I got out of this big 3-month secret mission and adventure was the creation of servant leadership, the creation of wanting to give in loving service, to have Steve have a seamless travel experience, to have the community who are learning how to be powerful creators of their own lives, for them to be able to be in person with Steve, and to learn how to completely tune into the power of play, the power of being mischievous, the power of stretching myself, to pull off a beautiful surprise that I hope was received in love. And so whether you were at the event or not, it's a great reminder that we can just enjoy the journey and create powerfully. And I love you. Thanks for listening.